his best regards. And I will read it as is. I'm deeply honored to join you at this important national event, the launch of the State of the Judiciary and the Administration of Justice report for the financial year 2024-2025. I convey my sincere appreciation to your leadership for the gracious invitation and for the remarkable stewardship you continue to provide in advancing judicial independence, innovation, and integrity. I must commend the great strides made by the judiciary in digitization, reduction of backlog, and human resource optimization. Justice must be timely, accessible, predictable, and in the words of Aristotle, the law is reason, free from passion, yet timely administration of justice is what gives that reason its true meaning. This annual report is not merely a constitutional requirement. It is an indispensable accountability instrument that strengthens Kenya's democratic fabric. Our judiciary serves the key roles of protecting the promise of democracy, guarding the soul of the Constitution, and building and maintaining public trust in our institutions. This occasion should therefore not be viewed through the narrow lenses of the launch of the report. SOJA is a mirror that reflects the state of the institutional strength, moral posture, and public trust in the justice system. The report is more than an administrative record. It is a record of progress, a diagnostic tool of the challenges to access justice, and also an invitation for all of us to collaborate and recommit to the constitutional vision of ensuring that justice is seen to be done. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to highlight two critical legislative interventions currently before the National Assembly, initiatives that reaffirm the Parliament's unwavering commitment in strengthening the judiciary. First, as has been noted by the chairperson, or will be noted by the chairperson of JLAC, the Judges' Retirement Benefits Bill 2025. This is a historic and long overdue piece of legislation that seeks to safeguard the welfare of our retired judges. A judiciary that attracts and retains men and women of integrity must equally be honored. They must equally be honored upon retirement. The bill is currently at the second reading and benefiting from a robust deliberations to secure the decency of judges of our superior courts in their retirement. The National Assembly is firmly committed to supporting this legislation as it speaks directly to judicial dignity, independence, and institutional continuity. And I must confirm that I was presiding over the House when the deliberations began. Not a single person objected to the bill. And that is usually very unusual for Parliament. Usually we have the naysayers and the ayes. So, but this time, each and every person who spoke on Wednesday supported it absolutely. And we shall continue with debate on Thursday and on Tuesday, and then probably put the question. So you have our commitment, and Parliament has realized that that was grave injustice, that bill wasn't there in the first place for all this time. The second piece of legislation is the Kenya Judiciary Academy Bill 2025. The Judiciary Academy has served as an invaluable training and research arm, and this bill seeks to anchor it firmly in law. By doing so, we expect to strengthen the efforts to enhance the skills, the knowledge, and the professionalism of the judicial officers and other justice sector holders. This bill is at the public participation stage, with the report, which report is expected to be tabled shortly, hopefully on Thursday, before we go on recess. Once enacted, it will elevate the Academy into a robust statutory institution, supporting innovation, continuous learning, and excellence. The two bills are practical demonstrations of the legislature's support to the judiciary in fulfilling its constitutional mandate. And as we receive SOJA today, we must remember that the rule of law is shared responsibility. An independent and well-supported judiciary is not a gift. It is a constitutional imperative and a national necessity. As former Chief Justice Al Warren aptly put, justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. And we all agree that the judiciary should also be well-resourced, financially and technologically, and with adequate human resources is better positioned will be better positioned to dispense justice efficiently and fairly. Parliament will therefore continue to prioritize adequate and sustainable budgetary allocations to respond to the emerging needs of the judiciary and to foster constructive engagement through the National Council for the Administration of Justice. I'm aware that the judiciary currently operates with only 64% of the establishment, that is 6,979 employees against a requirement of 10,870 personnel. This severe human resource deficit constrains the courts and contributes to backlog, delays, and undermines the clearance rate of our cases, and also undermines innovations such as the small claims court. In the forthcoming deliberations for the financial year 2026-2027 budget, I would urge the judiciary to robustly engage Parliament through the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee for priority allocation of resources for recruitment of additional judges, judicial officers, and staff to significantly address the identified needs. Your Ladyship, as I conclude, the Apostle Luke notes in the good book that to whom more is given, more is expected. As Parliament, we undertake to support the judiciary to achieve its constitutional purpose. As a rider, we must always remember to fulfill the attendant elevated public expectations as a result. All of us must account for every public penny given, and we must not hesitate to denounce and cut corruption to its root. Against this backdrop of the recent adverse comments by the public and practitioners on internal accountability of the judiciary, today's launch presents an invaluable opportunity, and I'm confident that this report and subsequent actions by the judiciary and its partners shall allay the public concerns and affirm the judiciary's commitment to transparency and institutional integrity. I congratulate the judiciary for what I expect to be the launch of another comprehensive and candid report, and on behalf of Parliament, I have reaffirmed our readiness to continue engaging constructively with our sister arm of government. As recently noted during the inaugural joint forum between the legislature and the judiciary, we undertake to prioritize consideration of policy and legislative recommendations contained in the report so as to advance the full realization of the right of access to justice for all. Congratulations again, and I thank you, and it's signed by the Right Honorable Dr. Moses Wetangula. Thank you.